Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
And it's PJ.
And we're here on this 4-game home streak. This is nice. Nice being in town. We got the Tacoma Herbasaurs in town for 2, Pete.
Yes, sir.
It's always fun, these divisional matchups. You got 2 straight games against the same team. You got to kind of, get used to each other. These Herbasaurs, as you can see popping up on the screen here, they are a little bit behind us. Let's see if I go back. First, let me tell you a little bit about the Swords before I tell you where they're at. Going back to their roster, there's not a whole lot of changes from last year. Some of them big, though. Obviously, Sock the Song they picked up from the Overdogs. He got signed to the Overdogs last year for his first year, and then they let him go. And the man's making, get this, Pete, $21.4 million.
Yeah.
At 29. Star first baseman and right fielder. He's got power against right-handers. 83 power, 99 contact, 88 speed. He's an 80 fielder. There's really nothing the kid can't do.
No, and a pretty strong arm, right? At 58, although he plays first base or right field. So
yeah,
definitely. I don't know. Is he worth 21.4? Because you're looking at the stats with the Overdogs. He only hit 276.
He did well. He's hitting 344 now with 6 home runs and 14 RBIs. And that's, he only had 15 RBIs for the Dogs after the whole season last season. He's only half the way in this season, so he's definitely having a better year. Looking back at some other ones, like some old familiar names, you got Yoink Sachs, who's always leading everything. But if I go down to Malik Aguirre, he's a rookie second baseman, shortstop, 19-year-old, still a teenager. Making $4.9 million, B- ranked, likes his pitches outside. He's a 60 power and a 39 contact, 53 speed and 80 fielding. So he's a solid new addition to the team. He's only hitting 161 so far this year, so maybe it's the rookie jitters, but he's someone who's going to light up at some point.
Yeah, and he's only been in half the game, so he's only played 12 games.
Yeah. Down on pitching, they got picking up Tater
11
McCusker.
strikeouts though. 11 strikeouts for Aguirre.
Oh. For pitching, they picked up Tater McHustle, who played his first season for the Freedom last year. He's a 32-year-old starting pitcher, 4th-string starting, C-ranked, mostly known for his velocity, but he's got accuracy and fine power for a hitter, too. But he's got a 22.5 ERA, Pete. Just awful.
He's 0-1 on the season.
Yes, yeah. And then, who else here? Is it?
And he's only pitched 2 innings.
Yeah.
He's 0-1, got a 22.5 ERA, gave up 5 earned runs. He appeared in 1 game, started 1 game, and only pitched 2 innings.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was that last game. They just lost to the Gold Coats came into town and beat him 7-6. So and then Libby Doe. It doesn't say where she played last season, but she played 16 games. She's played 21 already this year. She's got a 5.18 ERA. She's a pretty solid reliever. C+ ranked, 50 velocity, 53 junk, 49 accuracy. She got 18 contact even. So a 33-year-old, it will be. She looks pretty good. If I go back to the standings, it's one of those teams. They're not out of it. They're 11-13. That's not the worst record in the league. They got a +10 run differential. They're only 4 games back, so they're going to be fighting mad, and they're going to want to get back in this. So the Beewolves can't take them lightly.
No, they can't. After the last 2 games, the Beewolves on a 2-game snide right now. They can't afford to take anybody lightly. They got to come out and they got to turn this thing around here quick.
Yep. Well, let's talk about the last game then. First, starting off in the bottom of the second with 1 out, Magic Moore gets things started with this solo home run, bringing the crowd into it. And we thought we were off to an easy win, but it just wasn't going to be. Even though it's good to see Magic put the points on the board, the Irene Fast gets an outfield single on the top of the 6th to tie things up for the Moose. Then, in the top of the 7th, with no outs and a runner on first, Perry Quaker steps up, and it's a Quaker out over the left field wall, over the head of a jumping Buster Biggs, and the Moose take a 2-run lead late. What do you think of that?
I think it's horrible.
Boo. But the Beewolves battle back in the bottom of the 7th. Alora Franco, who wasn't even supposed to be playing that game, but had to be brought in to play third on a Bertha Banks injury. She gets a hold of this high fastball from Moose reliever Carla Tolbert, and the Beewolves scratched to within a run. And yeah, I mean, she not only that, she played solid defense at third base. She made a diving grab at one point. For someone who's tense,
she had a situation where it didn't look so good, but then she made a diving stop that was awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's what she's paid a lot, but she always produces. Yeah. Anyway, Bobby Bash steps up to the plate in the top of the ninth, facing Beewolves reliever Tats Belfort, and he cranks this low slider up over the center field wall with a runner on first, putting the Moose out in front by a score of 5-2. And that the Beewolves just couldn't recover from that. Just too far ahead, 3 runs, too big a gap, and Gina Torrens then comes up late game, pops this one out into left field, and the Moose pull off the come from behind win to arrive at a winning record, forcing the Beewolves back into second place behind the St. Louis Sirloins. Now, since then, the Sirloins lost. We saw them play that game against the Crocodons. The Crocodons beat them badly.
Yeah.
So now we are.
That was a game.
Yeah. Now we're if you look at the season standings, we're tied first place, 15-9. So it's a big game for the Beewolves and the Herbasaurs today.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the Herbasaurs come in, and if they can take 2, they can put themselves right back into the hunt. Get right into the right into the hunt. The Beewolves, obviously, if they lose the next 2, well, then they're going to be scraping. They're going to be trying to get claw back in. A split obviously would be good. You don't lose too much. You don't get too much. But yeah, I'd like to see the Beewolves pull off the sweep here of the Herbasaurs. And then, if they can, even take the last one against the Herbasaurs in the 41st game in New York, right? The Herbasaurs are in New York?
No, Herbasaurs of Tacoma, Washington.
Tacoma, Washington, that's right.
Yeah, Emerald Field. But actually, I forgot the standings were prior to these 14 games. We got 14 games to tell you about before we tell you where the standings are. So let's talk about those ones first. Starting off with the Houston Jacks out in Fort Lauderdale at the Freebooters. Pete, I wonder who's going to win that one.
I don't know. The Jacks are traveling to take on the Freebooters. Jacks come out early and take a lead. Freebooters scrap back and wind up taking it 7-6 over the Jacks.
Way to go, Booters. Burners at the Buzzards, and the Buzzards win it 7-3.
Platypi at the Blowfish, and the Blowfish, it's all Blowfish, 8-2.
The Hot Moon Stars at the Overdogs. Overdogs beat them 3-2.
The Sirloins taking on the Freedom, and it's Sirloins early, and they hold on to win 5-0.
So they're out in front. Wild Pigs now in Tacoma at the Arctics, 10-1 Wild Pigs.
The Outlaws travel to take on the Heaters, and the Outlaws take an early lead, hold on to win 5-4.
Sawteeth and the Nemesis out in Hawaii, and the Sawteeth jump out in front and stay there. Wow, big win, 15-3.
The Warblers taking on the Burners. Warblers out to an early lead, but the Burners fight back, and it's decided in 10, Warblers 6-5.
Freebooters at the Sandcats. Freebooters win it 3-1.
Gold Coats and the Wide Loads. Wide Loads take an early lead, but the Gold Coats come back and win it 6-4.
Frontrunners down in Florida visit the Water Bullets. Water Bullets win it 4-3.
The Buzzards taking on the Moose. It's Buzzards all day. Oh, but the Moose come back. Buzzards 8-7.
The Crocs go to St. Louis to face the Hot Corners. It's close, back and forth, and the Crocs end up eking it out, 8-7. Wow. Right. So start us off on the other conference, the Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division.
You got it. Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division. The Crocodons sit in the top of the Pathfinder Division with a record of 17-8. The Blowfish are in second place with a record of 15-9. They're 1.5 games back.
All right, that's big. The Uncharted Division, the Wild Pigs are the other 17-8. Both teams at the top of the league. They are a full game and a half ahead of the Oakland Outlaws of all teams. They're in second place with a 15-9 record, which is a good record.
It is. And look at Wild Pigs holding the best run differential in the league with a +52.
Wow.
The Journey Division, the Grapplers are sitting in first place with a record of 13-11. Sandcats just behind them, a game and a half behind them with a record of 13.
Those Cats might do. The other Tacoma team, the Arctics, I think they're done. 7 games back, 6-18. So the Herbasaurs are the town favorites at this point. In our conference, Explorer Conference Fair Division, the Philadelphia Frontrunners have the place in first. They're 12-13, first place with a losing record. Every team in that division has a losing record, which is unusual because last year that was the strongest. In fact,
Strongest.
only one team has a positive run differential, the front runners. They're a half a game ahead of the Houston Jacks, who are 11-13 with a negative 22 run differential.
I just wanted to point out, we mentioned the Wild Pigs, who have the best run differential in the league with a plus 52. Freebooters with the worst run differential in the league with a negative 95.
Holy crap. How could they let that happen to that once proud organization?
I don't know.
We're one game from winning the title.
Yeah. And then in our very own trade division, the Sirloins, with a record of 16-9, hold a precarious half-game lead over our very own Beewolves, who are just behind them, a half game behind them, with a record of 15-9.
And then to finish things off, Curiosity Division, the San Diego Moonstars, 16-8, twice as many wins as losses. They are a full 4.5 games out ahead of the Sawteeth, who are 12-13, and they're not going to make a wild card bid with that, so they're going to have to do some fighting to get back in that one.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to do a lot of winning in the second half.
Brings us to today's game, number 25 of 44. It's the Tacoma Herbasaurs, 11-13, extreme defensive experts. They're pretty balanced in most places, contact, rotation, speed, but they're really a good defensive team, so we'll have to be careful against them. They're going against our 15-9 Beewolves. They're going to start, you know the name, right-hander Gem Qualita. Jem's an old workhorse here in Tacoma, or out in Tacoma. She's throws the ball hard. She's got respectable chunk on the ball, and she's really accurate. She's only got a 2-4 record on the season, though, struggling along with the team. Her ERA is a 4.88, and she's got a 1.44 whip.
Yes, sir. And backing her up, she's going to have Scott Song in right field. He's got excellent power. He's got amazing ability to connect at home plate, and he's got great speed on the base paths. And he's outperforming his career stats right now. He's hitting .344 with 6 home runs. He is on fire, but he is not completely healthy. He's hurting a little bit. Blue in left field, he's on fire as well, and he's got very good power. He's got he's got good ability to connect and about average speed on the base paths. He's outperforming his career stats as well, hitting .268 and 2 home runs. And then you've got the locked-in Henry Hamster at third base, and he's got a little bit better than average power, a little bit better than average ability to connect, and very good, almost excellent speed on a base pass. He's hitting .219 with 6 home runs, and he's outperforming his career stats as well. So,
yeah,
got the horse. She's got the horse. She's got the horses behind her today.
Hamster's biggest thing is he's on the top list for strikeouts, but maybe he's turning things around now that he's locked in. They're going to go. It's our star pitcher, who's got a 2-2 record, wants to improve that. Hurley Bender, the right-hander, throws the ball hard, got real good movement on it, and he's real accurate. Like I said, 2-2 with a 4.54 ERA and a 1.46 whip, so it's going to be a good battle of the mounds, Pete.
Yeah, this is going to be a good pitcher's duel. It's whoever starts to show some cracks first is, I think, going to wind up losing it. Behind Bender, of course, we've got Hanley Dexter, the superstar shortstop. He's got better than average power, very good ability to connect, and very good speed on the base pass. He's hitting .347 with 8 home runs. Buster Biggs out there in left field. He's got good power. He's got better than average ability to connect and very good speed on the base pass. He's hitting .337 with 4 home runs. And then Ruby Green, the first baseman, she's got better than average power, good ability to connect at home plate, and she's got less than average speed on the base pass, but she's hitting a ton this year, .393 with 3 home runs. And I'm always surprised we don't see LeBoink in the notable players. So the way he's been hitting it at home plate, and he's been throwing people out from right field. He's been having a heck of a season as well.
Yeah, he's too modest. They want to put him out there. They asked him. He said, "No, I'm not going to let it happen."
That's right.
All right, here we get the lineup from the assistant coach. Looks like this. Hanley Dexter is going to lead things off and play shortstop. He will bat first. Batting right behind him, the man you said, Billy LeBoink. He'll play right field. Laura Franco is going to play first base today, her usual position. She's going to bat third. Ruby Green's going to play third base. She's coming in replacing Bertha Banks, who had that strained hamstring. You could see on the right side there on the bench. We got a couple people who are not full 100%. Steve Monstour is also out. He's tense and not quite 100% physical stance. So Buster Biggs is going to follow her up in left field, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Gina Torrens will play second base. Magic Moore in center field will bat seventh. Eliza Peck's going to be catching today, like I said before, because Steve Munster is going to sit this one out. And Hurley Bender is going to be on the mound, hurling the ball, the forefinger, the two finger, the cut finger, the curveball, and the slider. I love that. And they're throwing us out, Pete. They're throwing us in. They're throwing us down.
All right, so it's a daytime game at Red Rock. They got the roof closed, the AC on. It's going to be a wonderful day for baseball.
Yes, sir. 1st and 2. Not today, but 2 for this visit.
Although it would be nice, I know one of these times when there's a back-to-back home games, we do a doubleheader at some point. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so go for the Herbasaurs. You got Stewart at shortstop, Song in right field, Blue in left field, Manley playing first base, Hamster at third base, Sachs in center field, Stokes second base, Clark catching, and Qualita pitching. Coming up in the top of the first, Milo Stewart, Scott Song, and Ralph Blue. Hurley Bender taking the mound with his 4.54 ERA and his 2-2 record. Let's hope he can get on the winning side of that. Milo Stewart, the shortstop's neutral and fit, hitting 177 with 3 RBIs so far this season. Hurley Bender delivers the first pitch, and it's a hit to Laura Franco, who picks it off out of the air for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Scott Song on fire and well. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. Hitting .344, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. I think he's leading the Herbasaurs with home runs. First pitch from Bender is inside ball 1. Allen's high ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Scott Song. Scott Song played first base for the Overdogs, playing right field now for the Herbasaurs. That's in there for called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Bases are empty for Scotta. There's a roller to Gina Torrens, who will pick it up barehanded, throw it over to first, and Scott Song's mojo takes a hit. Ralphie Blue, the shortstop's on fire and fit. He's hitting .268, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs on the season. 2 quick outs for the Herbasaurs. First offering from Bender's low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That was inside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bender up to 7 pitches in the first inning. That's in there for called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. There's a roller, and that's going to be Henley Dexteras with the dive, and he picks it up, makes the throw to first for the 3rd out. So we're heading into the bottom of the first. Henley Dexteras, Billy LeBoink, and Laura Franco, they're going to square off against Jim Qualita with a 4.88 ERA and a 2-4 record on the season so far. Henley Dexteras, neutral and fit, knows a tough out and a utility player.
Hitting 347, the fans stand for Haley. It's a little liner, though, to Milo Stewart. And the Beewolves start with 1 hit, 1 out.
Billy LeBoink, the right fielder, neutral and fit, favors the high pitch. He's hitting .429 on the season, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. There's a smash foul along the third baseline. Strike 1. That's in it for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and a rare strikeout for Billy LeBoink. 2 down, and a Laura Franco.
Jim Qualita is no slouch. Laura Franco hitting .371. Qualita fires her 5th pitch. Another hard one in her own dugout, or into the Herbasaurs dugout. That one misses outside, 1 apiece, 2 outs. Hard hit in the left center field. That is in there against the wall, and Blue picks it up and throws it in. That's going to be a stand-up double for Laura Franco. Way to get there, but unfortunately with 2 outs.
Yes, sir. So Laura Franco standing at second base. Ruby Green, the third baseman, steps in. She's known as an RBI man, hitting .393. First pitch from Qualita is outside, ball 1. She's got 3 home runs, 17 RBIs this season. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's smashed. Fly ball into center field, and Yoke Sachs is there to make the catch for the 3rd out. So 1 hit for the Beewolves, but the score is still 0-0 as we head into the top of the second. Grunt Manley, Henry, Hamster, and Yoink Sachs going to face Bender, who threw 9 pitches in the first inning.
Just look at those stands. I mean, there's like, it's all Beewolves.
Yes, sir.
Grunt Manley hitting .225 with 2 home runs in the season, 12 RBIs. Hurley Bender getting ready to throw his 10th pitch to start the second. That one's popped up deep to right field going back. Billy LeBoink finally gets the shadow, waving off just short of the warning track for that first out.
The third baseman, Henry Hamster.
That brings in the locked-in Henry Hamster. 219 of the season, likes his high pitches. Like I said, he's strikeout prone so far. There's a roller back to Bender, who picks it up. Those are the first 2 quick outs. And the Beewolves looking good defensively today. And Bender looking great on the mound. Yoink Sacks hitting .330, leading the lead. Like I said before, 16 stolen bases on the season. 6 ahead of our own Gina Torrens. And hitting very well as well. I think he's like got some of the most hits in the league as well. That one's inside there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Bender tries to get him to chase the slider. He does not do it. 1 apiece. Hurley Bender throws 14th pitch. Check swing, but that's a strike in there. And he's ahead of the count to Yoink Sacks. He doesn't look intimidated. Yoink hits a hard one down the third baseline foul. Still at 1-2. There's a little liner. Ruby Green is going to pick that one up. Throw it over to first for the easy out. 3 down.
3 down, so it's still no scores. We head into the bottom of the second. Buster Biggs, Gina Torrens, and Magic Moore. Jem Qualita threw 10 pitches with 1 strikeout, gave up 1 hit in the bottom of the first. Beewolves out hitting the Herbasaurs so far, 1 hit to none. Buster Biggs, the left fielder's neutral and fit, hitting .337 with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs.
How about that? Swings to the first pitch, right into the glove of a jumping Henry Hamster. Oh.
Gina Torrens, the second baseman's neutral and fit. She's hitting .429 with a home run. There's 1 quick out, and Qualita delivers to Torrens. That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Allen's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. That's popped up into center field. Yoink Sacks is there making the call, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 quick outs in the bottom of the second.
Boy, good defense both ways around there. Magic Moore is hitting .349. Outside pitch, 92 miles an hour from Jem Qualita, her 15th. Magic Moore doesn't swing 2 quick balls. She's got to throw them now, 2-0. There it is. He hits it hard, but it's a liner right into the glove of Stokes at second base for 3rd out.
Yep, it's the rope-a-dope going on so far. So no scores. We head into the top of the 3rd. Annabelle Stokes, Fiona Clark, and Jem Qualita are going to face Bender, who's thrown 16 pitches in the first 2 innings.
That's a good pace.
Annabella Stokes, the second baseman's neutral and fit, hitting .234 with 9 RBIs. Bender is locked in and fit right now, throwing a 17th pitch. That one's popped up out of play in foul territory along the 3rd baseline. So no balls, 1 strike to Stokes. That's fouled off along the 1st baseline. So now Stokes is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs. Bender delivers. Low, ball 1. Annabelle Stokes playing second base for the Herbasaurs. That's in there for called 3rd strikes, and Annabelle Stokes is the first K victim of Bender for the day. 1 down, and Fiona Clark, the catcher, was neutral and well, hitting .200 with 2 RBIs. Bases are empty for Clark. First pitch is inside. Clark anticipated that pitch from Bender, but was inside, so ball 1. That's in there for called strike. Bender evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen's low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Swing and a miss, and Fiona Clark was out in front of that one. Evens the count up again. 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out. Bender delivers. Swing and a miss, and Fiona Clark goes down, a second victim of Bender. He's getting it going here. Jem Qualita, the starting pitcher's neutral and fit, hitting .444 with 2 home runs. So Qualita, a good hitting pitcher.
Oh.
The first pitch is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Qualita. Base is empty in the top of the 3rd. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Allen's fouled off along the first baseline, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. I'm digging on the ump's hairdo back there.
Yeah.
A roller to Gina Torrens. She's going to pick that up, make the throw over to Franco at first for the 3rd out. The umpire behind home plate's going a little fuzzy there. Bottom of the third, Eliza Peck, Hurley Bender, and Hanley Dexter is all coming up against Quilita, who's thrown 17 pitches with a strikeout and given up 1 hit. Still no score, 0-0. Beewolves 1 hit to the Herbasaurs, none. Eliza Peck, the catcher's neutral and fit, hitting .222 with a home run, 5 RBIs. Quilita at 17. Oh, it's a roller to shortstop Stewart, who picks it up, makes the throw to Greg Manley for the first out. Quilita got a little bump there.
The locked-in Hurley Bender hitting .286. Good power for a pitcher. Pitching is so good today, and the defense is so good. Still just a one-hitter game. That one gets past him, and that's going to be the second hit of the game. Hurley Bender's at first base with a single.
All right, so yeah, Hurley Bender, the hitting pitcher. Hanley Dexter's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. That's inside ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Dexter is known as a tough out. Ball 3. 3 straight balls from Jem Quilita. And that's ball 4. Quilita has walked Hanley Dexter. So now with runners at first and second, here comes Billy LeBoy.
Yeah. Billy 0 for 1. Still hitting .424 on the season. 2 fast runners at second and first. What a curveball in there for that first strike. Only caught pressure up here. It's a little liner, but that's right into the glove of the hamster. And it's going back to second, but Bender makes it back. Save.
Man. So 1 out, and Laura Franco, the first baseman's neutral. But she's 1 for 1. She doubled in the first inning. So let's hope she can bring a little bit of that back. 2 outs, though. First pitch is inside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. That's fouled off along the first baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bender at second. Dexter is at first. That's popped up into right field. And Scott Asong is going to get under it for the 3rd out. So Beewolves were threatening, but nothing comes of it. So as we head into the top of the 4th, it's still no score. Beewolves 2 hits, Herbasaurs none. Milo Stewart, Scott Asong, and Ralph Blue going to face Bender, who's thrown 29 pitches with outs. Milo Stewart, the shortstop's 0 for 1 today.
175 on the season. Good contact hitter. Not a whole ton of power. Stand in the right-hand batter's box. A little bit of bounce in his step. Number 23. Looking at Hurley Bender's 30th pitch. Gets a signal from Peck. Winds up. Throws it in. Just off the elbows. Misses. Ball 1-1 count. Here comes the second pitch. It's a breaking ball. It's a little roller to Franco, who's going to pick that up and run it down herself for that first out. 2 pitches. 1 out. And that brings up Saktasong, the locked-in Saktasong. Power against right-handers. This is a star header against a star pitcher. Takes the first pitch in there coolly. It's a strike. Slider by Bender. 0-1 the count. That one's in there. A curveball. He pushes it down the right field side. Foul ball. Souvenir. 0-2. Bender's in the driver's seat. Goes right at him, and that's a liner. Oh! LeBoink jumps for it, but can't get it. Magic Moore's going to throw it into the cutoff. They're going to relay it to third. Gina Torrance throws it, and that's a slide-in triple by Saktasong. And that brings up the locked-in Ralph Blue, who's 0 for 1 of the day. A scoring runner at third base with 1 out. Pressure up for Hurley Bender, throwing his 35th pitch. It's a pop-up to Laura Franco, waving him off. She's going to catch it and keep her eye over at third base, but Song stays there. And now it's Grunt Manley's turn. 0 for 1 of the day. He's an RBI man and a tough out. 2 outs. He's got a runner at third base. Inside corner to Ruby Green. Picks it up. He's going to throw to first. Get that out to save him, Pete.
All right. So still no score, but the Herbasaurs are on the board with 1 hit. So Beewolves 2 hits, Herbasaurs 1. Ruby Green 0 for 1. Buster Biggs 0 for 1. Gina Torrance 0 for 1. Quilita had 28 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, and giving up 2 hits going into the 4th inning. And she's only at 28 pitches, Tommy. Ruby Green, the first baseman's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today, though.
3 home runs, maybe 4. That one's just 91-mile-an-hour pitching for a strike. On the count to Ruby Green. That one's high and inside. Ball 1 apiece. Quilita rubs her face, throws a pitch outside, breaking pitch, misses. 2-1. That one's right in there, but it's a little bit of late swing. 2 apiece. That one is popped up, a little high pitch, waving that off as both shortstop, but Stokes comes in from second base to make that catch for the first out.
Yeah, Buster Biggs, the left fielder's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 though today. 1 out, nobody on base for Biggs. The first pitch is fouled off along the first baseline. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. That's over the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Buster Biggs. That's popped up into center field. And Yoink Sachs is under it, makes the catch for the second out. So it's a 1-2 inning so far, and Gina Torrance stepping into the box.
Now she's 0 for 1, but still 423 on the season. The crowd's jumping up and screaming for her. First pitch is in there, 99 miles an hour from Qualita, strike 1. The crowd is quiet now. Now it's 1 apiece, ball 1-1. That's a hard hit to center field. It's going deep. Yoink Sachs is running back, but he's going to catch that short of the warning track for that third out.
She got good wood on it, but yeah. So we're heading into the top of the 5th. Herbasaurs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Beewolves, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Henry Hamster 0 for 1. Yoink Sachs 0 for 1. Annabelle Stokes 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Bender at 36 pitches with 2 strikeouts. And Henry Hamster, the third baseman's neutral and fit. Favors the high pitch, but he's 0 for 1 so far today. Hamster playing third base for the Herbasaurs. That's a broken bat back to Bender, who picks it up, makes the throw to Franco for the first out. So 1 down. And Yoink Sachs, the center fielder, is neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today, known as a stealer around the league. 1 down. That's fouled off along the third baseline. So no balls, 1 strike. In the top of the 5th, 1 out. That's inside ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yoink Sachs takes that pitch for a called strike, and now he's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are empty for Sachs. There's a roller. Oh, and that's going to get through into left field. Buster Biggs will pick it up and make the throw to Torrance, holding Sachs to a single. And the most dangerous stealer is on first base. Annabelle Stokes is tense but fit. She's 0 for 1 today. And of course, Yoink Sachs leading the league in stolen bases. First pitch to Stokes is fouled off along the third baseline. No ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Throw over to first, and Sachs is able to get back in time. Bender delivers. That's in there for called second strike, and Stokes now is in the hole with no balls and 2 strikes. Bender steps off the rubber. Sachs is forced to get back to first base. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And there's a throw, and Sachs is able
17.
to steal third base. It's a strikeout steal as Annabelle Stokes goes down on strikes. Fiona Clark is neutral and fit.
And he's quick.
He is. He's fast. He is very fast. 2 outs. The first pitch to Clark is fouled off along the first baseline. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs now. Throw back to second, and Sachs is able to get back to second. So Bender trying to keep him close, but he's got so much speed. It really 1 ball, 1 strike now to Clark. There's a roller to Laura Franco. She's going to pick it up, throw it to Bender for the third out. So as we head into the bottom of the 5th, it's still Herbasaurs, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Beewolves, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Magic Moore, 0 for 1. Eliza Peck, 0 for 1. Bender, 1 for 1. Qualita's at 39 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, and giving up 2 hits.
Great game so far.
So far, yeah, tight one. Magic Moore, the center fielder's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today. Qualita throws her first pitch. It's over the outside corner for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's lofted in there. It's a fly ball to Yoink Sachs, who will move a little to his right and make the catch for the first out.
That brings up Eliza Peck. 0 for 1 on the day, 217 on the season. Not her best season. Watch the first, makes it in there for a strike. The crowd gets quiet quick. A hard liner past the mound into center field. She's going to make first on that one. Good single by Eliza Peck.
Yes, sir. And Hurley Bender, the starting pitcher, is locked in and fit. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He's hit a home run so far this season. So he can go yard. Eliza Peck at first base does not have a lot of speed. Not a steal threat. There's a roller to the second baseman. Stokes will pick it up, flip it to second for 1, over to first for 2. Double play. We're heading into the top of the 6th now. Still no score. Jem Qualita 0 for 1, Milo Stewart 0 for 2, and Scott Asong 1 for 2 with a triple. Hurley Bender's at 47 pitches with 3 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jem
Qualita locked in and fit.
Good contact for a pitcher. A good hitting pitcher, Jem Qualita. So she's a double threat. Watch the first one on the outside corner, strike 1. Pressure up. She's ready now. That one, ooh, she's a little too ready. Swings and misses at a bad high pitch by Hurley Bender. 0-2. He's ahead of her. Throws that curveball, the amazing curve. She hits it foul on the third base line. Good contact again there. Hits that one hard to Hurley Bender, who dives and cannot get it. And Big stops it in left field. She's going to get on first with a single.
Now batting the shortstop.
And that brings in Milo Stewart, who's 0 for 2 on the day, hitting only 172 on the season. Not Milo Stewart's best season. He balks at that one high inside corner fastball, one to count. Swings at that one to Hurley Bender, tosses it over to Gina Torrance. And a whip at the first, and not in time. Well, they get the lead runner. They got a runner at first now, 2 outs, and that brings up Sakta Song, who's 1 for 2 on the day with that big triple. The pressure way up. Only 1 out, I'm sorry. Top of the stick, still no score. Hard hit to the right field. It's going back deep to the wall. That's out of here. That is a good 15 rows back. And Sakta Song is the first to put points on the board. That was a 407-foot home run. It's his 7th of the season, 16th RBI, and that gives the Tacoma Herbasaurs a 2-0 lead in the 6th inning. Now it's Ralph Blue 0 for 2, 262. Crowd a little quieter. Oh! And Bender hits him in the head, off the helmet, and gives him a free base. And now it's Grunt Manley 0 for 2, known as an RBI man at a tough out. Still just 1 out. A little roller to Dexteris is going to pick that one up. To Gina Torrance, the throw to first. They still can't pull that double play. They get the lead runner. And here they are again, where they were with Song, and now it's Henry Hamster, who's 0 for 2. But he's an A- ranked player. There goes the runner. Peck the throw. Not in time, but he's going to get that stolen base. Now he's in scoring position, and the Herbasaurs looking tough all of a sudden. Hurley Bender closing in on 60 pitches. There's 59. It's a pop-up down the right field line. It's going to go foul. Until Boink just can't get there, man. And it's 2-1 the count. A little roller to the first base line. That's foul. And we're at 2-2 with 2 outs. Crowd on their feet. That's another foul. Well, he's making him throw, man. He's getting a 60-second pitch there. There's a roller to Gina Torrance, who's going to pick that one up, toss it to first for that 3rd out.
Yep, so we're heading into the bottom of the 6th. Herbasaurs take a 2-run lead, 2 runs on 4 hits. Beewolves, no runs on 3 hits. Hanley Dexteris 0 for 1 with a walk. Billy LeBlanc 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Laura Franco 1 for 2 with a double. Colita had 45 pitches. Hanley Dexteris, the shortstop's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 with a walk, though, today.
All right, some smart hitting Handley. Crowd on their feet for Handley. First pitch is outside corner, makes it in for a strike. Crowd didn't like that. Inside corner ball, 98 miles an hour, 1 apiece. Beagle's trying to fight back. It's a roller, but that's straight to Manley at first for that 1st out.
Yep, Billy LeBlanc's tense but fit favors the high pitches. 0 for 2 today, uncharacteristically 0 for 2. 1 out, Colita delivers. That's popped up. That's going to be caught by Milo Stewart, the shortstop, on a leaping grab. Robbing Billy LeBlanc of at least a single.
Like a magnet. Laura Franco's 1 for 2. She hits that one hard, but mostly high. That's going to be an easy catch in left field by Ralph Blue for the 3rd out.
Dumb. So we're going into the top of the 7th. Herbasaurs 2, Beewolves nothing. Yoink Sachs 1 for 2. Annabelle Stokes 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Fiona Clark 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bender at 62 pitches with 3 strikeouts, giving up 4 hits. ZRA's up to 4.32 after that 2-run home run. Yoink Sachs, the center fielder's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. Hurley Bender delivers. That's in it for called strike. Strike 1. Bender now tense after beating that guy. That's in there for called 2nd strike. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs. Sachs in the hole. Bender delivers. High, ball 1. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a shot. And that's going to get past Gina Torrance, and that'll get into center field. And Magic Moore will get it in quickly and hold Yoink Sachs to a long single. So runner at first base, Annabelle Stokes, tense but fit. She's 0 for 2 today. Yoink Sachs at first base is a stealer. We all know that. Throw over, and Sachs is able to get back to first. No outs in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Stokes is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. There's a roller to.
Oh,
God.
she
What
falls.
is
She tripped.
It's supposed to be a dive, but it didn't really seem to go anywhere. So we're starting to see some issues defensively with the Beewolves. They don't seem to be as sharp as they were. Fiona Clark now stepping in. Runners at first. There's a bunt.
Nice bunt.
Perfect bunt to Hurley Bender, who picks it up, makes the throw to first for the out. But a perfect sacrifice gets the runners from first and second to second and third. So runners at second and third with one out, and Jem Qualita, the pitcher, up. I think she's 2 for 2 today. There's that's going to be over to Franco. Will pick it up, step on first to the second out, but Yoink Sachs is able to cross the plate for the third Herbasaur run. So it's 3-0 Herbasaurs. Milo Stewart now the shortstop. He steps in. 2 outs with a runner at third base. That's fouled straight back out of play. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's fouled off along the first baseline. So now Stewart is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That's fouled off along the third baseline. Stewart making Bender throw some pitches here. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That's going a roller to Gina Torrens. Will pick it up barehanded, throw to Franco to get the third out. But the Herbasaurs tack another one on the board, making it 3-0. Herbasaurs, Beewolves coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Ruby Green 0 for 2. Buster Biggs 0 for 2. Gina Torrens 0 for 2. Qualita 50 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, and giving up 3 hits. Ruby Green, the first baseman's neutral at fit. She's 0 for 2 today, hitting .381 on the season. Beewolves got to get something going offensively. First pitch by Qualita is up, ball 1. That one's high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That's an error over the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. That's low. 3-1 to Green. She fouls that off along the third baseline. Full count to Ruby Green, the third baseman. That's smashed. It's high into right center field. The right fielder's calling this for it, and Scott Asong makes the catch for the first out. So 1 down in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, it sounded good coming off the bat.
It did.
Buster Biggs looking a little tense. 0 for 2. First one's up high. Good patience. 1-0 the count. Qualita throws her 70-something pitch. That one's popped up in the right field. Sock the songs. Nope, waving that off in center for the Yoink Sachs is going to grab that one for that second out.
Gina Torrens, the second baseman's neutral and fit. 0 for 2 today. 0 for 2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Nobody on base. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Qualita up to 59. Make that 60 pitches. Count is now 1-1. That one's high, ball 2. 2-1 to Gina Torrens.
Oh,
Torrens pops that one up into right field, and Scott Asong's under it, and that's 3 outs. So we're heading into the top of the 8th. Herbasaurs holding on to a 3-0 lead. Scott Asong 2 for 3 with a home run and a triple. Ralph Blue 0 for 2 hit by pitch, and Grunt Manley 0 for 3. Bender set 74 pitches with 3 strikeouts, giving up 6 hits. Beewolves got to get something going offensively, Tommy. Scott Asong's on fire and well. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. Oh, good, and I get the pitch to him again.
2 for 3, yeah. No, you didn't hit him. You hit the guy after him.
I meant to hit him, though.
There it is. Right field going back. Back to back. Another same spot.
Yeah.
Same spot.
It was a completely different pitch, too.
Sock the Song is the home run champ, man. That thing, 395. It's his 8th home run and 17th RBI of the season. He had 6 before he came in here tonight, Pete.
Scores now 4-0.
Ralph Boo was the one who was hit by that last pitch. He's on fire and fit. That one's a strike. Outfield's going to wade back. That one's another strike. 2 quick strikes. Hurley Bender. This is where the problems happen, though, with 2 strikes. There it is. Hit hard out right field. It's going back. It's going back. And it's out of here. Into the gangway. Back-to-back home runs by the Herbasaurs.
That's the game.
396. Oh, that's his Blues' 3rd home run and 11th RBI of the season. And it's now 5-0 Tacoma. Oh,
the first baseman.
Glad we're playing him again tomorrow. Or the next. Grunt Manley 0 for 3, but that doesn't mean anything. Bender's now rattled, throwing 78 pitches, and it looks like He may be getting the hook, and he is. Bender's going to have a seat, not his best game late. Dusty Winter's going to come in, the reliever. He throws the ball hard enough with some junk and accuracy. He throws a four-finger curveball and a changeup, and he's got his work cut out for him, number 35. And he's throwing against an RBI man at a tough out. His first pitch is a breaking pitch, and there misses low. 1-0 the count. Top of the 8th, 5-0 Seattle or Tacoma. That one's popped up third base line, foul ball. It's a souvenir for an angry Beewolves fan. Another pitch right there. That's the one, the liner down the third base line on the ground, foul. 1-2, but he's a tough out. Ooh, and that misses low. Chewing gum in the left-hand batter's box. Grunt Manly. You can buy your Manly t-shirts. And that's fair into the gap. And Biggs is going to have to chase that down, throw it into the cutoff, and that's a stand-up double for Grunt Manly. And
Still
we cannot get out of this inning.
The third baseman,
Yeah, no outs. Henry Hamster 0 for 3 with a runner in scoring position. That one's right in there for a strike. Now Hamster can swing at the next one. Dusty Winter takes a look at second base. Check swing, strike 2. 0-2, but again, this is where the problems happen. And there it is. Oh no, it's a pop fly. First baseline souvenir, foul ball. Ooh, nice trap by Eliza Peck there. A bad pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3. No swing. Good to see a K start off that.
the center fielder, Yoink Sack.
And that's going to bring Yoink Sacks. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 340 average, 4 home runs. Yoink Sacks is dangerous. Check swing, strike 1 to number 40, Yoink Sacks. That one's a pop-up Laura Franco's head. She jumps up, grabs it, and she throws it over the... Wow, that almost got into center field. Great catch by Laura Franco
Annabella Stokes.
to keep them off the board. Annabella Stokes now. Again with a runner at second base. One more out to go. Check swing, strike 1. Dusty Winter looking good so far. 14th pitch high, misses ball 1 piece. His third pitch, a breaking pitch outside. She doesn't swing, strike 2, 1-2. One more to go. Here it is, anticipated it. It's deep to left field. It's going back all the way, and it's out of here. Wow. Into the gangway. 3 home runs in 1 inning. Another 2-bagger. That one went 380 feet. It's her first home run and 11th RBI of the season. And this is officially a blowout now.
Now batting, the catcher.
I think it's 7-0. Fiona Clark's 0 for 2, looking to go 1 for 3. 7-0 Herbasaurs. Not what they expected. There's a liner to Gina Torrance, who's going to pick that up, throw it to first, and finally close that inning out.
Yep, so we're heading into the bottom of the 8th. Herbasaurs 7, Beewolves nothing. Magic Moore 0 for 2, Eliza Peck 1 for 2, and Dusty Winter's first at bat. Colita at 62 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, and 3 hits. For ERA's at 3.99. Magic Moore neutral and fit, 0 for 2 today, but he's at 341 on the season.
And Jem Colita looks like she's going the whole route. 96 miles an hour, outside corner, strike 1. Magic Moore.
Yeah, now you got a 7-run lead. Why come out?
Yeah, that one just misses outside, 1 apiece. That one's high, but he swings at it, pops it up right field.
Not going anywhere.
Sock the song, wave him off. It's going to be an easy catch for that first out.
1 down as Eliza Peck, the catcher, neutral and fit, 1 for 2 with a single. Come on, Eliza, let's get something going before we get 2 outs. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
That's in there for called strike 1. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Eliza Peck.
Oh.
That's fouled off along the first baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Peck.
Oh, no.
That's popped up in the foul territory along the third baseline. Third baseman Hamster's there to make the catch for the second out. So 2 down, and Dusty Winder stepping in. It's the bottom of the 7th, correct?
It is, and they're looking at pulling Winder for some offense. Although it may be a little too late. They got a 7-run gap to fill. They're going to have him take a seat. And they're going to bring in Freddie Knox, we haven't seen in a while. Freddie Knox is a solid contact hitter with good speed. He usually plays second base. He's going to pinch hit and hopefully get some offense going here for the Beewolves late game. Outside corner, ball 1. Good patience, Mr. Knox. 1-0 count. That one's right in there. Hits a liner past the mound, and Freddie Knox does his job. He'll be at first, and you don't even need a pinch runner for him, Pete. He's fast.
Yes, sir. Hanley Dexter's the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Freddie Knox standing at first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. 7-0 Herbasaurs. First pitch to Dexter's is high, ball 1. That's in it for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hanley Dexteris.
Oh, Handley.
That's popped up into center field, and Yoink Sachs is there to make the catch for the third out. So,
Uh-oh.
got a little something going with Freddie Knox, but then too little, too late, which was been the story for the Beewolves. They get stuff going, but not until they get 2 outs. Tats Belfort's coming in. He's neutral and fit. He's got a little bit less than average velocity, about average junk, and less than average accuracy. He's pitched in the recent past, so he's not fully rested. He's walk prone. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. So as we head into the top of the ninth, Jem Qualita, 1 for 3. Milo Stewart, 0 for 4. And Scott Asong, 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and a triple. Balfour taking the bump. Herbasaurs, 7 runs on 10 hits. Beewolves, no runs on 4 hits. Jem Qualita is on fire and fit. She's 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. I thought I had earlier reported she was 2 for 2, but only 1 for 3. So.
Look at that contact for pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Going to get into center field, and they didn't give me Magic Moore, who was right there to make
rolls
the
right past Belfour. He couldn't reach down and grab that.
Right past Belfour, and like I say, instead of getting Dexteris or Torrens, I got Magic Moore, which of course I can't make a play from center field. So first pitch, and the runner Jem Qualita is standing at first base, so no outs. Runner at first. First pitch to Milo Stewart's in there for a called strike. Second one's in for a called strike as well. So Stewart finds himself in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a roller. That's going to get past. That'll get into right field. And even Hanley Dexteris can't dive to stop that one. And it's a clinic. The Herbasaurs are putting on a clinic at this point. Here he comes, the man of the hour, Scott Asong, on fire and well, has power versus right-handed pitching. He's 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and a triple. And that's going to get through.
He trips.
No,
my gosh. Oh, what an awful day. Oh, horrible. 2 runs coming in. 8-0, 9-0. Jeez.
So Scott Asong with a double. So he's got 2 home runs, a triple, and a double. All he needs is a single, and I'll have the cycle. There's no outs. Scott Asong standing at second base. And the score is now 9-0. The Beewolves are not in this. We're never in this game, really.
No.
They were for a while. And there's another one that's going to get past. That'll get into right center field, and the slowest guy in the place is going to have to run it down. By the time he gets it in, it's going to be a triple for whoever that guy was. That's a triple. So Scott Asong comes in.
And he golfed that off the ground.
Yeah. It's 10-0 now. Grunt Manley is up. 10-0, the Beewolves. Boy, they haven't gotten beaten like this for a long time.
Yeah.
That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Runner at third base. Still nobody out in the top of the ninth. That's fouled off. So Grunt Manley now. No balls, 2 strikes. Notice a tough out and an RBI man. That's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs to Grunt Manley. There's a shot. Oh, there's nobody at third.
There was nobody there, yeah.
Yeah. She would not ran him back to the base. So Henry Hamster, there's a hot smash to the third baseman who was able to make the catch, line drive, and then she threw home to keep the run from scoring. So 1 out, runner at third. First pitch to Hamster is in there for called strike. Strike 1.
Jeez, look at that.
That's
right in the hole.
That's going to get through.
Right into the hole. Like
another hard smash
pitch
into left field. Basically ground ball into left field. Scores another run, making it 11-0. And Yoink Sachs 2 for 4 with 2 singles. He's up, and Tats Balfour's rattled now. Throwing his 14th pitch. There's a roller to Balfour, was able to make the throw to first for the second out. So now 2 outs with a runner at first base. Annabella Stokes stepping in. Stokes with 1 home run on the season, which she hit in this game. So there you go. Annabella Stokes, runner at second base with speed. First pitch to Stokes fooled her completely. Swang and missed. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's in there for called second strike. Stokes now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. That was low, ball 1. Peck did a great job keeping that ball in front of her. Throw back. And that's into the outfield. Magic Moore will pick it up and make the throw to third, but it's not in time. Hamster now standing at third base with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Annabelle Stokes. And that's popped up into center field. And Magic Moore's there to make the catch for the third out. But
Man.
this game is over. Herbasaurs 11 runs on 15 hits. No errors. Beewolves, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Billy LeBoink 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Laura Franco 1 for 3 with a double. And Ruby Green 0 for 3. Paulita at 74 pitches, and she's going to probably finish out this game. There's absolutely no way I can see the Beewolves threatening Jim Paulita in this inning.
No, yeah. First one's right in there for a strike, 91 miles an hour in the 9th inning. Second one's in there for a strike. She's looking to put away Billy quick. 1, 2, and little liner straight into the glove of Hamster. 1 up, 1 down.
Yes, sir. Laura Franco, the first baseman's neutral. 1 for 3 with a double today. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Herbasaurs 11. Beewolves nothing. First pitch to Franco is high. Ball 1. That one's outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, that catches the inside corner for a called strike. 2-1. There's a shot. That'll get into left field for a clean single. And Laura Franco, it seems to be chugging along pretty slowly there.
That brings in Ruby Green, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Knows an RBI man, though. She's a fast runner, too, if she gets on. That's a corner, strike 1 to Ruby Green. Pressure up, bottom of the 9th. That one's way outside, ball 1. Doesn't look like she's worried about stealing. There's a pop-up in the center field. That's going to be the second out to Yoink Sachs. Franco's got to come back to first. We're 1 away.
Now batting, the left.
Buster Biggs, the left fielder, is tense, but fit. He's 0 for 3 today. There's a runner at first base. Biggs 0 for 3 today. Looks like he'll take a seat. And Benny Balmer is going to pick up a bat, and he'll come in to pinch hit for Buster Biggs. Benny Balmer's up. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That's a roller to Stokes at second base. He'll pick it up, make the throw to Manley for the third out. And the Beewolves lose their 3rd game in a row.
Ugh.
In
Badly.
horrible fashion. Yeah, it wasn't a good game till the 6th inning.
It was a great game until the 6th inning. It was a great game. And I thought, even at that point where it's like, nothing's happening, somebody's going to blow it out.
Right.
And it was them. And you could see what happened there. Yeah, it was 6th inning. All of a sudden they got 2. And then they got 1. Then they got 4. Then they got 4. The Beewolves just could not recover. 11 hits off of 15 runs. The Beewolves, on the other hand, only get 5 hits that whole game with 1 error.
What, 1 error? Who committed the error?
That was the throw out in the center field.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Belfort turns around and chucks it over.
In the center field, yeah.
Yeah, late game. Well,
yeah, that's a tough one. Like I say, the Herbasaurs seem to figure out the Beewolves in the 6th inning, and like Tommy said, the Beewolves just couldn't stop the bleeding. It was just horrible.
For Tacoma, only Clark goes 0 for 3. Everyone else gets hits. I mean, Manley's only 1 for 5, Hamster 1 for 5, but yeah, Sock to Song 4 for 5, 3 runs, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's got to be player of the game.
Definitely. And then over for us, I mean, Franco had a 2-hit game. She hit 500 on the day, and Eliza Peck was 1 for 3, Bender 1 for 2, so he hit 500, and then Knox was 1 for 1.
Yeah, he pinched
but,
it.
Where was Dexteros? Where was LeBoink? Where was Ruby Green? She's been hitting a ton. Torrens she's been hitting pretty good. Yeah, Magic Moore seems to be back on the snide again. 0 for today. So, gosh, that's horrible. Qualita, all 9 innings.
Jim Qualita gets the win. She throws 9 innings, only gets 5 hits. She's a solid pitcher and a hitter too. No earned runs, walks 1 batter, gets 1 K. Her ERA is now 3.79, and she's 3-4 on the season. So that win brings her. Still got a losing record, but wow.
Yeah. And over there for the Beewolves, Hurley Bender gets the loss. He pitched 7 innings, 6 of which were really good.
Yeah.
Or 5 of which were really good. 6 and 7, I think, were bad. So he pitches 7 innings, gives up 8 hits, 5 earned runs. He did tally 3 strikeouts, but he gave up 3 home runs. His ERA's up to 4.85, so he had actually went in the opposite direction. And his record falls to 2-3. So he went from 2-2 to 2-3. Dusty Winder came in, pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs. That's horrible. He did have a strikeout, but he gave up a home run. His ERA is at 5.50. His record stays at 1-0-0. And then Tats Belfour came in, pitched 1 inning, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs. His ERA is up to 6.97, and his record is 1-0-3.
Yeah, Belfour's not having a great season. Players of the game. Well, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, there's no Beewolves there. The first player of the game, obviously, Sagda Song. Sakta.
Yeah.
Sakta Song. Yep. Sakta Song, the right fielder, he was 4 for 5, 2 home runs, a triple, a double, and 5 RBIs. Again, if he could have gotten one more at bat and gotten a single, he would have been the first player I've ever seen hit for the cycle.
Yeah. Then the A- ranked number 31, Jem Qualita, starting pitcher for the Herbasaurs. She goes the whole game. Those nine innings, gets 5 hits. So not only did she go the whole game and pitch crazy, but she was a hitting domino. And she walks one batter and gets a K.
No, that's how many hits she gave up. She threw a 5-hit shutout.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 5-hit shutout. Yeah.
And then
not
Ralphie
as impressive, but still impressive.
Yeah. It's still pretty impressive. A 5-hit shutout. Yeah. You only give it 5 hits of over 9 innings.
Yeah.
The third star of the game, shortstop Ralphie Blue. He was 2 for 4 with a home run, a triple. He had 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs himself. So that's your Herbasaur 3 stars of the game. For the Tommy G, 1 hit, 1 great catch, 3 strikeouts, a contribution of 55%. Pete J with 4 hits, 1 great catch, 1 strikeout, 1 bean batter, 45%.
Well,
I should have hit Scott a song that second time. I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, but then that puts them on base and gives them another run. I mean, they every time they had someone on base, they converted.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's what it got to. Anytime they had runners on base, they cleaned them up.
Yeah. That was not the game we wanted to see today. No, sir.
No, sir. Yeah, we got another one against them on Wednesday in our home turf. We got to hold court a bit and send them home with a split.
Yeah,
because the last meeting is going to be in their home territory.
Yeah, we're second place. We're tied with the Water Bullets for 15-10.
That's how quickly it happens.
Yeah. Herbasaurs are 4 games back. If the Herbasaurs get a game closer to us, if they beat us 2 straight, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they're like I said, they're in the hunt, and we'd be on a 4-game losing streak at that point, and we're going up against the Burners.
Yeah.
And where are they at? Where's the Burners?
Burners are they're 11-14. They're last place in their division.
11-14, but then right after that we got the Sirloins.
Yeah, and we got to work things out before then. That's for sure. All right, there's a couple things to talk about here. The first one is Doug Nerdward lowered his asking salary, so if we're eventually looking at getting a reliever, the Nerd can do. He's now asking $3.1 million.
And player development available, Jazzercise. There's a new training opportunity is available for Bertha Banks for $248,700. That would help her increase her speed by 2, or a 10% chance of increasing it by 7. Also increase her arm by 1.
Let's take a look at player development real quick, because there may be some things we could look at there. It looks like we've got we could purchase quite a bit. We got $1.3 million for training. We could do any of these, Pete.
Yes, sir.
What do you? Well, let's play them off against each other. So I got Smack Avery, teeth whitening. Give him a +1 speed, +5 velocity, +1 junk. A 15% chance of 15. So there's a lot of good stuff there. Compare that to Billy LeBlanc's video room. To get a +8 or +16 on contact and -3 speed. The only thing about Billy LeBlanc is, that would be big on his contact.
Yeah,
40.
He is 40, and he can't really afford to lose any more speed, I don't think.
Yeah.
If he got that 16 though on connectivity, he would be at 99%. You couldn't throw the ball past him.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think between that and Smack? Between that and Smack, I would go with Smack because we keep talking about how Billy
this may be his last season. Do you really want to sink a huge chunk like 1.2 mil into something that may disappear at the end of the season?
Right.
Whereas Smack Avery at 28 years old, he's a closing pitcher, C+. You know, if we could possibly get that 15% and increase his velocity by 15, you know, he's going to be up to 88 velocity. Get his junk up to 37 or 42. And his speed, well, it doesn't really say what his speed is on the thing there, so I don't know what his speed would be.
Well, let's put that one on hold. So a lot of these other ones we could do. I mean, really the one that would cost... So we're probably saying no to Billy LeBoink. Smack maybe. Bertha, maybe you throw that in with something else. Really the other expensive one is Steve Munster Stimulants. Plus 3 to contact, 20% chance of 8, plus 4. So if just assume you got a 3 at contact, that bring him to 56. Fielding 57. That seems $1 million seems like a lot for 3 contact points and 4 fielding. Does that seem like a lot to you?
It does, but by the same token, you don't really see a whole. I mean, you know, they don't have the big one. You know, like over here for Billy LeBoink, he's got a -3 in speed, but a +8 on his contact.
Yeah.
Yes, that might be a little overpriced.
I mean,
and it seems more. Well, I don't know. I think you would probably. I would think you would probably get the +3 on the contact, which, you know, again, 56. Yeah. You might get the +12 on the fielding, but again, he's not, you know, not a bad fielder.
Yeah. Well, yes or no.
We talked about that before. You know, if it was like +4 or +12 on his arm, I'd be all over it. You know? Yeah. But I don't think his fielding has been bad. And he's been hitting pretty well this season, I think. So, I don't know.
So, yes or no to that one?
I'd say no. I would say no. Right off just a quick glance.
All right. So then these other ones we can all do. What do we want to do here?
Black market acupuncture. The problem with that one is the -4 on power.
Yeah, but he doesn't have much power to begin with.
Yeah.
It'd make him a better fielder. 5 and 8's pretty good. But we don't have to. There's a negative that goes with that. All the other ones are given positives.
Yeah, and the other thing is, so he gets a -4 on power, which, like I said, that'd take him down to 26. But there's a 5% chance he'll become a whiffer.
Yeah. Then you got
You know.
So you got Ortiz could add 1 to his velocity and 2 to his accuracy.
So we're talking for, you know, 790,000. We could do both of those.
Yeah. Well, or I mean, we could do Ortiz and Avery. Just do pitching.
So do like a pitching hunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that, I guess.
All right, let's see here. All right, so
try to bump up our pitching staff, especially Beavis is a starter, but Smack is our closer, so that would be good.
Yeah. All right, so Beavis, we're gonna spend $660 to get target practice for Beavis. Here it comes, purchase. We got one of the velocities is 64 now, and he got the 65 accuracy plus 2 to his accuracy. So all right, so exactly, so he's 64 and 65 now, and that he's a B plus. So I don't know what he was before that. All right, Smack Avery's a C plus, and we're gonna do this purchase here. Let's see how it goes. Are you sure you want to purchase teeth whitening for Smack? Here goes purchase. He's got +1 to his speed. He's now 23. Velocity got +5. Then he's 78. And a +1 to the junk. Avoided the K-Dud. All right, good. So he's up 5 on the velocity, 1 on the junk, and 1 on the speed. And that's okay. He was a C+. He's still a C+. So now that gives us 78,000. Yeah, we don't have enough money to do anything else. But okay, we added some to our pitching.
Yep.
Beavis Ortiz knows just where to place it. It's now 64-65, and Smack Avery keeps a layer of toothpaste in his mouth guard. All right. Good to know. Okay, well then, we'll catch you back here in a couple days for the Herbasaurs again. We'll get some revenge on these guys, right?
Yeah, let's hope. Again, that's what we're looking for now. We want to get the split and head out of here to go take on the Burners. And we, like I said, we want to get off the Snide. We've lost 3 in a row now. So yeah, it'll be nice to get back in the W column as we move forward.
All right. Well then, until then, we'll see you soon. This is Tommy G.
And this is PJ, and we are saying, get out of here.